You know what time it is. It's time for another video to be out. It's super hot. Super hot in Jersey right now. But I was like, let me try to be outside as often as possible because I work in an office and I'm inside sitting. So why not just sit outside and drink hot tea while I explain to you my most recent read. Today we're doing book club. Bill Cunningham, 5 decades of iconic photography on the street. The best fashion show is definitely on the street. Always has been, always will be. Bill Cunningham. Now, I'm gonna pull up Google because although I do like him as a photographer, I don't know much information. So we're gonna learn together before I go ahead and start talking about this guy here. But he's a popular photographer, especially in fashion, so you probably know him already. Unfortunately, I don't believe he's no longer with us. Man, he was born in 1929, dude. Yeah, and he passed away in 2016, a couple years ago. But yeah, William John Cunningham Jr. was an American fashion photographer for the New York Times, known for his candid and street photography. A Harvard University dropout. And he used to basically design women's hats before he went into photography. I guess he picked up a camera and fell in love and was really good at it. It's not by Bill Cunningham, but it's a lot of his work. I feel like it's cheating to add this onto my reading list. $32 by 2023, which is insane, but I'm gonna add it because there is lettering, there's stuff describing his technique and work ethic and whatnot, but a lot of it is photography. I'm just trying to read more stuff that reflects in either what I want to do or something that could help me mentally. The last 3 posts on Capped Mance, if you don't follow on Instagram, do it right now. The last 3 posts, the way I kind of made the photo, it was kind of inspired by him a little bit. I remember seeing a documentary on how he kind of made his collages, and he was really a perfectionist, so I kind of did not make mine super. Obviously, I only have a limited amount of photos, but it was inspired by how he does his photography, so I kind of want to take some of his techniques and use it on my own. I will be showing you what my favorite shots out of the whole book were. I suppose later on I'll provide the photos of what I did. Alright, so let's get this book started. This thing is fucking huge, dude. Look how thick, but it's mostly photos, so don't be intimidated. But the first photo, I mean, there was a lot. I mean, this one of David Bowie, super dope. You see it? That wasn't on my list, but I'm just saying that he got so many pictures of so many legends too. People who are no longer with us. I don't know why I put this one as my favorite. Oh, because Jackie Kennedy was in this, I think. On the side is Andy Warhol. I don't think I need to explain who Andy Warhol is. I mean, that's kind of a cool photo. Andy Warhol is no longer with us. I don't know if this is Jackie Kennedy. No, it's not. I don't know why I put this as one of my favorites. Kind of weird, but okay. Ooh, I do like this. This was actually in my reel the other day. It's, hold on. Says, while Bill was photographing this woman and in her shiny coat in 1986, a mugging occurred in the background. New York used to be vicious, I think, right? Back in the 80s, it was just, and this little white guy, this little white old man is just taking photos of it. What do you do in that situation? I mean, I guess that's what New York was, right? Just mind your business. Just keep walking. He probably just dipped after that. I mean, I don't know what could have been done. This is not on my full favorite, but the way guys used to wear their jeans so tight. Look at his buns. It's so funny. But there's a lot. If you're into fashion, this is also a good book to be interested in. I, of course, am for the photography, and I found this pretty cool because I'm a little bit of a sneakerhead and I do like to dress mostly business casual, but I always like to have basically a pair of sneakers, Jordans or Nikes on, and basically this says fashion is a mirror reflecting the culture. Women walk to work wearing sneakers during the 1980 transit strike. So obviously they're not going to wear their high heels when they're doing a strike, but they look cool. Women's work attire basically changed throughout like the 80s, and how women were starting to wear more comfortable clothing. I don't know, I found that pretty interesting because I feel very comfortable with I don't know, with how I dress. I feel like this is not a part of my favorites, but I thought this guy was dressed pretty cool. That series was because he likes to like bunch things up into like certain segments. So like before with the women's wearing sneakers, he was picturing women wearing sneakers while headed to work. This section is people wearing everyday items on a shirt. So that person had a pin. People in the other photos, they have like spoons, a hanger on the shirt, bottle cap, just random weird random items. And it's like really interesting to think about it. Like, I'm not a huge fashion person, but to think of how frequently fashion actually changes. This is also not a part of my favorite, but he has pretty cool pants on. I'd wear those. And then you kind of like really mess with like the individuality of people. You could really tell someone by their style. This segment was people traveling in the snow and rain and just insane weather, and it's so funny because when I was younger and strong, I was able to wear really limited clothing. Like, I would be like, do it for the style, and now that's not the truth. Maybe it is a little bit, but this person fell. Oh no. This is so broken. It's not even this microphone holder, possibly the worst one I've had. But yeah, just like all of these fashion. It was less about the fashion, but more of how people maneuvered around certain situations and what they'd wear. I don't know. I really like his little segments, and I kind of really want to like incorporate that. Like, just go out one day and he'll do things like he'll photograph everyone wearing polka dots that he sees and then put it all in one, or he'll photograph someone wearing red and like make a cool collage out of it. So I don't know, I kind of want to do, I think a fun little photography mission for me would be to go out and have like a goal, like I'm gonna take a photo of everyone who's wearing green. That'd be cool. This collage is pretty cool. I don't know which one I liked more, but I kind of like both of them. So I think that the branding that people do, I really try not wearing clothing that has like branding on it, like Chanel or D&G, or I don't know, I don't like it. It's just, you're like a walking advertisement at that rate, and it doesn't look good. It looks super tacky. Said, as the century closes, the shouting of logos has reached a high pitch. And it was funny because on the other end, there's like this guy with a snake at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. And I'm like, there's always some guy with a snake. Always. He just happened to be Puerto Rican this time. AKA mi gente. Alright, next. I mean, this is a cool book though. I learned so much about like fashion and different photography techniques.
Hi, how are you?
You know I'm all about the dogs. They're so cute. Oh my god. This dog. I want this dog so bad. And it's dripped up in freaking Burberry. It's funny, the type of people who dress up their dogs to either match with them or they'll put designer on them, and it's just cool to think of. I think now I feel like this wasn't really that much of a thing back in the day, dressing up your dog. I feel that you could buy your dogs a lot of dope stuff now. It's a little funny. What's the next one? Oh, this segment is on overalls. Everyone likes a good pair of overalls, right? Okay, we're gonna have to abandon this thing because it's not working. Maybe this lighter. We're trying everything. The budget has been cut back. The budget has been cut back. I'm gonna have to hold this like everyone else. We're almost done here anyway, but I don't know. I'm feeling really inspired with photography, but right now my DSLR is still... I don't know if I want to buy a lens for it. Like, I really don't know if I should just get a whole new DSLR or a point and shoot. I don't know what I want to do. I'm really happy with this camera, and I'm pretty sure it could probably take photos, but it's just not the same. Another Puerto Rican Day Parade moment. There goes my lighter. It says, Bill noticed a trend in what he called wallpaper prints in matching hats and shirts. Pretty dope. I have the Hawaiian shirt. I'm just missing the hat. I kind of really like the matching set trend. I really want more matching sets.
Because it's 90 degrees and I decided you were ready.
All right, last one I have, I think, are these. And I think those are cool because how the hell did he get people wearing yellow and then flowers that are yellow right next to him? It's just such a cool coincidence. And this whole segment is just people wearing yellow. Like, it's, I don't know. I just love the concept of it, and I love how it's super... Look at this guy. It's so cool. Like, everyone is so unique. It's cool because these people are genuinely just like wearing whatever the hell they want. There's no there's fashion trends, but it's not designer, it's not planned, it's just randomness. Look, this looks so dope too. That bike is fire. But even then, how did you... Like, he took a picture of the bike, and then he kind of... It's so amazing. I don't know, maybe because he set it up really cool. And I think it takes a lot of work, and I think it's not as easy. Because you have to take a lot of photos. This is how he looked. He was known for wearing this, like, blue coat and always taking photos on his bike. And he would never accept rides anywhere, and he would just literally, even the cover, it's kind of like him on his bike. But yeah, that's the book recap. I don't know if he was doing it for free, but he lived in, like, I forgot what it was, but you know when you live in a hotel and then there's like only a certain amount of like actual residents in the hotel, and then they were trying to convert it into like a residential thing, and so they were trying to kick him out. But anyway, that's besides the story. He lived in one of those, and his apartment was just a small apartment, and it was filled with boxes everywhere, and he slept in this like little twin bed. He was just surrounded by his photography, and that's all he did. He just had enough space to sleep. He was surrounded by his art, his photos. I don't think he accepted money from New York Times, because he said if you take money, then that they're able to control your work and you're not able to create with full freedom. Which I was like, boy, I don't know where he was getting paid, but yeah, he would also wear this like little blue jacket, and he would not get a new jacket. He would just wear this little blue jacket, and whenever it had tears in it, he would just duct tape it. And then he had this little bike that he would ride around with his camera, and he would ride it everywhere. Rain, snow, heat wave, he was on that bike taking photos. It was just such a interesting, and it just reminds me how your creative process it involves a lot of discipline and a lot of dedication and a lot of time to perfect your critique. And and some people really go above and beyond, where they literally make it, they like live, breathe, and smell that, I don't want to say hobby, but what they love. So it was a very cool thing to read up on, especially after watching the documentary and kind of just being inspired again. These photos that I've worked on are kind of inspired. This one was just with a night out with friends, and I got this really cool shot of my friend Anya, and I kind of made a cool collage of that night specifically. So it was kind of under that theme of take enough pictures throughout the night. Well, this was before I even it's funny because it was before I even read this book, but I don't know, that day I just took a lot of photos that night of us going out, so it kind of worked out really well. And then the next collage that I worked on was me and my friends after we saw WWE together, and I kind of got this photo of my friend Jose that I really like, so I made a cool collage with that. And then the last one I made was every photo that had a cup in it or a drink, and I kind of made a collage with all these cups and drinks and cutting it up and messing around. And I really liked it because I took these photos prior to reading this book or having this idea, and then as soon as I read this book and I was like inspired, I had stuff to work with. So I felt really nice getting those projects done and being inspired by someone who's no longer with us, but whose work is super amazing and super timeless. Being a photographer is such a honor, really, because you're also a time capsule, you know what I mean? Whether you do it for fun or you do it for, to get paid or whatever, I think that it's not just taking the perfect photo or whatever, like you're literally a time capsule. And I had that feeling before Bill Cunningham, but it's kind of like if someone pays you for your work, they always want to change it and control it and do all of these things so that it's more of their vision than it is yours. So it's really hard for me to work for people. I feel I do have the skill to do weddings or to photograph events or whatever the heck, but if I'm getting paid, then I can't do what I want to do. And I have a very different style. It's more casual, and that's more, the moment, less editing, less posing, things like that. And I do like to glitch my photos or mess it up or make it, mixed media, like some of these examples. It's really hard. So now I just kind of do what I want to do, and I think that that's cool because then I could kind of be more of a time capsule for myself and for my friends and family. And obviously on YouTube I could, whenever I'm posting stuff side or posting my experiences, that's there forever, you know what I mean? It's a time capsule. If I look back 20 years and if I post this video today and come back here in 20 years, will it still be here? Like, where would I be set? You know what I mean? It's such a cool concept. Looking at all the photos he took from, the late 1980s, 70s, 60s, and up until, the late 2000s is magnificent, because you do see all these different types of people, all these different types of styles, different techniques he used, and it's just, I just love it. It makes me so excited. I mean, look, 5 decades. I know I'm going to be shooting for 5 decades. I've been having a camera in my hand since 2006 or 5, and before that my mom was recording me on her camcorder. So if I wasn't in front of a camera, I was behind the camera. I was behind the camera much longer than I was in front. I feel that I just started being in front of the camera again because of YouTube, well, being more consistent at least. So yeah, that's today's video. I just want to share some of my work, the book that I had read, how I feel about it, and recommend it to you if you're into fashion or photography. If you don't like reading books that have a lot of words, this is a good one. It's a big one though. But yeah, other than that, I still haven't gotten my hot tea. I don't know if I should go inside. My CBD tea, I wanted to drink it while I was sitting. I don't know. I should probably go inside and check on that. I'm back tomorrow because I'm going to upload, another video tomorrow. I'm ready. I'm off of work and I'm spending most of my time editing videos and recording videos for your viewing pleasure. Okay, that's it. Oh yeah, don't forget, subscribe, like, comment, Venmo me, and enjoy your weekend. I'm like, should I even get tea? I feel like I should get something else to drink. Okay, till tomorrow.